political parties. Kenya was a single party state, so they banned they lifted the ban in 1992. And now multi-party came, multi-party politics, and the president at that time was President Moi, who lifted the ban. And people say he did that because he was under pressure, to receive money, because the economy was not so strong. All right. And so they said, okay, fine. Um, you allow multi-partyism, which is multi-ethnicity, yes, and then or multinationality, and therefore internationalism, yes, and then you will have, you can get money. So that's what people say happened. And then as that happened, he was finally removed by a concerted effort, multinational. Multinational means multi-ethnic. Many languages united against him, and they removed him in 2002. Then that's Mwai Kibaki became president, and then as he ruled Kenya, Kenya had a referendum to change the constitution, and those who did not like the new constitution that Mwai Kibaki, the president, President Kibaki, brought, they voted no and they won. So as they voted no, yes, the next election was coming 2 years, and when it came, there was violence beyond understanding, multi-ethnic violence. So we honor they're in heaven. Igwe, they went to heaven at that time, and they are still there in heaven. So now Kenya had to reconcile, the multi-nations, the many nations had to reconcile, and that's what it's called national reconciliation. And then the opponent, that was Raila Odinga, became the prime minister of President Mwai Kibaki. And now they made a constitution again, and this time they involved people, and it became what was called the Bomas. The Bomas is a center here in Kenya where people gather to discuss issues of the nation. So they went to meet there, and they had committees, and they drafted the constitution. Many key people in the government were part of that process, including the Chief Justice, the current Chief Justice, who is Martha Koome. And we congratulate her for human rights record. That's why LGBTQI people are happy in Kenya, and we are going to get more happy when they decriminalize gay sex. And therefore, just gay sex. Gay sex includes oral and anal sex, all that. And we are grateful. Sex is fun. It is good. Even vaginal sex has its drama. But people like it because they get a baby, yes, from it. But anal sex, oral sex, they are also pleasurable. And because there's no baby, that even makes someone happy. He's relaxed. He doesn't feel he's under pressure to take care of a child. Like what happens to many men who, when they have children, they can't take care of them. So it's like they would rather have homosexual sex until they are ready to have a baby. You see. And of course, even these days, homosexuals can have babies through IVF. So all those changes are known, and with time, not even time, right in this period, they will be passed as laws in many countries because it's scientific. As we said in the other video about pride, the pride video, science triumphs any religion. Any religion. We can talk about that again and again. So that's Kenya, the history of Kenya. And finally, Kenya got a constitution in 2010, and it brought new systems and a lot of constitutionalism. That meaning adherence to the rule of law and adherence to the constitution. And so that was 2010, and we had our first election after that constitution in 2013. And there, President Uhuru Kenyatta came into power, and he was the son of the first president, Jomo Kenyatta. Igwe to them. And now as President Uhuru went on, yes, the country was getting used to the new constitution, how it is, yeah, counties, and how money is distributed to the counties, allocation of resources. Yeah, so there was a time when people were not really happy. Some people were not happy, and they said, lessen the burden. Yeah, yeah, that's punguza mzigo. Yes, and so there was a man called Ekuru Aukot. He's still there. He's a Turukana man from northern Kenya. They are one of the first people in the world, yeah, in the human race, yeah. And so he he was like, the government is big, so lessen it, yeah. But you see, it was going to affect the life of the system, yeah, because already people are going to get used. They were getting used to the life, and meaning jobs. People got jobs, yeah. So all of a sudden, to take the jobs away was not a popular decision, and so people rejected his proposal. And then Raila also came with his proposal together with Uhuru, yeah, to change the constitution, so that the country can be there's fairness and equality amongst the regions. So that was called the Building Bridges Initiative. You see, because again there was some election violence that happened in 2017, and so they found it necessary to build bridges to reconcile. So there's no difference to that to what Kibaki did with Raila. And now they sat down and they preached the BBI, and half of the counties accepted, yeah, over half of them. But the court didn't see it necessary, yeah, to amend the constitution that way, yeah. And we live with the judgment. The judgment of the Supreme Court is the judgment of the Supreme Court, yeah. So that's what happened, and next thing you know, we had elections 2022, and it became 50% Ruto and 48%, 49% Raila. Of course, they went to court to confirm whether the election was held well, and the Supreme Court unanimously declared it was held well, and that Ruto is the president of the republic, the chief policeman, yeah, policy maker, yes, and he works with the court, which interprets the policy. Yeah. So that is how government is. Yeah, that the chief policy maker, mm, the chief policy maker makes the laws through his parliament, yeah, and the courts, they interpret the policy. Yeah, so we are grateful that there is unity. We are in what is called now 2 years after the election. There was what you call violence, yeah, in the country, because of the the finance bill passed by Ruto's government. And I've told you, because the country is 50-50, yeah, that's why tension will be like that. And you can dare say it may be like that until 2027, yeah, until we have an election. And if that election it is still 50%, it again there will be drama. The constitution that Kibaki uh, encouraged the country to support had a nice clause said 75%, a presidential candidate must win an election by 75%, and in that understanding, we feel that's a better approach to presidential election. Yeah, so we thank God for all of that understanding. Yes, and of course, we don't know whether we will change the constitution now for that. So what's the point of this video? It's now the where Kenya is. Yeah, in my opinion, Kenya should reorganize its system. Yeah, and that means the amendment of the constitution is necessary. Yeah, so that we now discuss how government is arranged, yeah, how the government offices work, how funds are disbursed, how to lock the leakages of funds, yeah, and then how to help people, social welfare. Yeah, people need money. Yes, yeah, because the system we live in is still old. Yeah, it's an old system of work. Yeah, a work based system. Yet in a world where AI is replacing human beings, yeah. So work is not the reason. That's not the foundation of an economy now. It's data. That's AI. You see, artificial data. Yeah, data that's generated artificially. Because intelligence is data. It's knowledge. And a very knowledgeable person, you will always tell him, "Hey, you are very intelligent." So, artificial intelligence means artificial data. Natural intelligence means natural data. It's the information you gather naturally. Yeah. So you just walk, you gather, you look at the things, you study the trees, you study the plants, and then you say that you know 5 types of trees, for example. You've seen 20 types of birds. That's natural intelligence, natural data, gathering data naturally. Then you have the artificial data. That's artificial intelligence. They the computer does complex work for you. So because they are doing the complex work, which we were the ones to do it, we are not necessary. And that's why the great Professor Yuval Harari said, we are useless. Yes, he's right. We are not necessary. So what does that mean? We won't be paid. Yeah. You want to work? Yes. You don't need to work. But if you don't work, you won't eat. Yeah. So what's going to happen? So governments have to give money to people, yeah, so that they can live life, yeah, because the computers have replaced people. When you go to factories around the world, the computer has replaced. You'll find it's a computer, yeah, generated, yeah. The machines, the robots, they are the ones that make cars, yeah, and many devices, even phones, yeah. There are certain procedures that are done by robots, yeah. And then you have CCTV. Yes, it's a system that records. Yeah, you don't need to put a human to watch sentry. Yes, and now all you have is CCTV, and a human is in a control room, and after another shift, another human comes to watch the TV screen. Yeah, all right. So that's the new world. Then today, you can get data, all the data. You can get all the names of all humans in one day. You just call every country and tell them, you send me the list of all the citizens in your country. They will all send it to you in 1 minute. Yeah. The 200 nations of the world, in 1 minute you get it. Then you tell the computer to compute, yes, each country. Yeah. And then if the data is arranged male and female, they'll give you the names. Now in your office, what will you do? Then you'll make a full list of every human being, all their names, their ages. So now, meaning, you mean we can finish the whole world in a day? In a day. So what does that mean? Your work is done. Yeah. All you're waiting for is when the living will die and when the unborn will be born. And when you continue now collecting that data daily, that will be the job of humans, just to collect data. Collect data. Every day collect for us data. So you see, it's the end. Yeah. Go and relax. Yeah. But we can't relax without money. Yeah. So good money should be given. And we'll put under our article what we told the world governments, that they should give every human, even babies, $20,000 a month. Yeah, of course, we talked about this under UBI in other videos that have gone. Yeah, and you can go deep and listen to our videos, but read the article. Yeah, we've done the math and we have landed to $20,000 a month. And we thank Pad University.